So then faith comes from hearing, and hearing by the word of God. Ignorance is the devil's playground. He knows if he can keep you knowing all that belongs to you, and he has you, as a lack of knowledge results in disbelief, and the devil is right there to take advantage, telling you you're sick, you're broke, you're depressed, you're a failure. And Satan is overruled, though, by the word of God. My name is Pastor Jim Wallace. I'm from Crossroads International Church, and this morning we continue our look at rising above disbelief. And if you know this, you can object to the devil's claims. If you don't, you'll buy whatever he's selling, and you'll stay right where you are. Maybe you are praying for healing today. Maybe you say all the right words. Thank God I believe, I receive. But inside you're thinking, I wonder why God isn't healing me. Even if you confess you believe you're healed, you are still staggered at the promise of God, believing your body is telling you instead of the word of God. It doesn't matter how long you've been a believer or how long you've been practicing the principles of faith, you can easily slip into disbelief about the promises of God. And when you do, it'll cost you dearly. But if slipping into disbelief is so easy, you say, how can we avoid it? And that's the question for this morning. Hebrews says this, let us labor therefore to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of disbelief. We must labor how? By hanging on to the promises of God by faith day after day. Don't get casual about the word. Don't make a mistake of thinking, oh, I know all that faith stuff. I know how to receive what God has for me today. I know how to do this. I've been doing this for 40 years. I know how to do it. If you do, you'll slack off, and one of these days he'll catch you unprepared and steal you blind, steal your joy, destroy, maim, injure, and even kill if he can. That's what the devil's all about. That's what happened when the disciples couldn't cast out the demon of the child. They felt defeated, asking, why could we not cast it out? So Jesus said, because of your disbelief. And then he added, however, this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. Many people believe he was talking about the demon, but he wasn't. How can you fast the demon? He was referring to this kind of disbelief, and he was telling them how to overcome it. Why is it they did not believe? They did not believe what he was already saying to them in Luke 9:1, where he said he gave them power and authority over all devils, over all demons is a better translation. They were walking a fine line between belief and disbelief. And that's what we have to be aware of too. The difference between you all receiving all God has for you and not receiving anything at all. There's a small difference in the belief, but a big difference in the result. That's what was wrong the day the disciples tried to cast out this devil or this demon. They had forgotten what Jesus said. He gave them power, but they still had disbelief. That's what you need to remember when you're standing for something, when you're looking for something, when you're making something happen, when you've been led to do something for God. When your mind is arguing with you, get it over on the cross. Give it over to the resurrection. Get it over on the Word of God. Get rid of that disbelief. Get rid of it. Get rid of the what ifs, the what fors, the what hows, the yeah buts. And if it be thy will, get in the Word of God until your hope gets crisp, gets the strength, the ability, the expectation to be strong, to grasp, and you begin to see glory really happen. Next week we're going to continue to look at rising above disbelief by rejecting your fear. I hope you are learning something from here. Again, get rid of the what ifs, the what fors, the what hows, the yeah buts, and get in the Word of God. I'll see you next week. Thanks for listening.